it relates to our Rotary Bingo, one of our club's major fundraisers, has been since I think the year 2000, in that range. So we've been doing it for 16 years. But our jackpot game, we decided to increase the amount of the jackpot game from $3,000 to $4,000. It's our what we call our super jackpot game. So basically, those who play, maybe those who don't play, will let you know that we have 5 games when we do our bingo, and the first 4 games won't change. We do $100, then $200, then $300, then $400. So that's $1,000 in those first 4 games. But now with the super jackpot, you can win another, you can win $4,000 in one game.
Oh, wow.
And that's, I think, the largest jackpot in bingo in Muskoka. So we're pretty happy with that, and hope our players can reap the benefits.
Well, definitely so. And I mean, actually, recently you gave the current jackpot as it stands now. So definitely made a resident happy about that.
Just a couple weeks ago, handed $3,000 to a pretty happy bingo player.
Yeah.
For an $8 card, that's not a bad return.
No, definitely.
And I should say that we are going to keep our junior jackpot. We introduced that a few years ago, where we call 52 numbers, and if it's not a full card, then we call 2 additional numbers. So you may not win the now $4,000, but you still have a chance to win $1,000, and that's pretty significant dollars as well. And then if no one has a full card in 54 numbers, we do call until someone has a full card, and we give away $500. So every week there is at least $1,500 that's won by our bingo players, and it could be as high as $5,000 with the 4 and the 1. So lots of money flowing out, and but the bottom line is it's a fundraiser, so hopefully we can make a bit more than we do spend out, of course.
Well, definitely. And I mean, what I always loved about the Rotary Club of Huntsville's bingo is that it does go back to the community. So it's not like you're going to the casino or anything like that.
Sure.
It comes back here. So let's talk about this. You just said that you've been around for the past 16 years doing this thing. Talk about where this money goes to when people buy these tickets. What happens with their dollars?
Well, we operate bingo under a charitable license through the town and through the province. So there's stipulations on what we can and can't invest our proceeds in. And specifically, a lot of it goes to youth. We have a fantastic Rotary exchange program where we send students out to travel around the world for a year, and we bring students back in, and that's one of our funding areas. Our scholarships at the high school. We do our help for our peer youth tutoring. We do Rotary breakfast program at the school, and I think one of the biggest things in our human development program, and that's we have $8,000 to $10,000 a year we set aside, and that's for things like someone needs dentures and they can't afford it. Someone needs a wheelchair and they only have half the money. They come to our club and we supplement their income. We work a lot with the district of Muskoka on some of their humanitarian programs, and that's kind of where our bingo proceeds go. So
I guess, I don't know if you can answer this if you have the number in your head, but a ballpark through the bingos we've done in a year, how much would be an amount that we'd raise through bingo?
We would give out in prizes probably $65,000 to $70,000 in prizes. Okay. We'd probably sell tickets in the $95,000 range. We usually make a net profit being always a tough word to use when you're a charity, of about $25,000. So, that's a pretty major investment back into the community. Again, Absolutely. The human development's about $10,000, and with all the exchange programs and scholarships, it eats it up pretty quickly. It's and I think bingo is a game that has always been popular with all these scratch and win cards, whatever. There's so many different places to put your money, but this is kind of fun. You can get together. I know we have many players who get together, family, mums and daughters. Families get together, sisters and brothers, and they just have a fun 1 hour, Tuesday nights, 7 o'clock, and it can be a social event too.
And I mean, I guess for me anyway, it wouldn't make me feel too bad if I didn't win any money, because the money's going towards the investing in this bingo game. Is going towards.
I wish everybody was exactly like you, but let's be honest. When people put $8 down, they want to earn back at least $9.
Oh, for sure.
That's kind of the way, and that's fine. We can live with that. We get lots of multiple winners. Often we're delivering to the same house, and we wonder how does that work out on percentages. But I think generally, people win eventually. We only have about 300 plus players, so to the chances are pretty darn good, you know, that you're going to be a winner at some point in time. So, and the beautiful thing is we deliver the money to your door. You know, Rotarians come right after the bingo's over, knock on your door, and if you won, you've got it by 8:30. You're that much richer than you were before you started.
Well, it's a win-win, I would say. It's a win for the players, and it's certainly a win for the community because all that money goes back into the community for sure. So the last question before, just to give people an idea, when does this new jackpot take effect?
July 5th's game.
Okay.
So July 5th and then onward will be at $4,000. You can get tickets at a number of locations around town. The 2 Max stores at the Bridge and the Post Office, Brunel Mart, West Side Variety, West Road Convenience, the 2 Capstone Markets, Petro Canada stations there, and Pops in the Mall and Shoppers Drug Mart.